And the Lord spake to Moses and said, Speak thou these things to the sons of Israel. If any man of the sons of Israel, and of the comelings that dwell in Israel, giveth of his seed to the idol Moloch, die he by death. The people of the land shall stone him, and I shall set fast my face against him, and I shall cut away him from the midst of my people. For he gave his seed to Moloch, and defiled my sanctuary, and defiled mine holy name. That if the people of the land is negligent, and little chargeth or careth for my behest, and suffereth the man that gave of his seed to Moloch, neither will slay him, I shall set my face on that man, and on his kindred, and I shall cut him down, and all that consented to him, that they should do fornication, that is, idolatry, with Moloch, from the midst of their people. If a man boweth to astronomers and to false diviners, and doeth fornication with them, I shall set my face against him, and I shall slay him from the midst of his people. Be ye hallowed, and be ye holy, for I am holy, your Lord God. Keep ye my behest, and do ye those, for I am the Lord that halloweth you. Therefore he that curseth his father, either mother, die he by death. If a man curseth his father and mother, his blood be on him. If a man doeth lechery with another man's wife, and doeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, both the adulterer and the adulteress die they by the death. If a man sleepeth with his stepdame, and showeth his father's shame, both they die by death, their blood be on them. If any man sleepeth with his son's wife, ever either die, for they have wrought great sin, their blood be on them. If a man sleepeth with a man by lechery of a woman, ever either hath wrought unlawful thing, die they by death, their blood be on them. He that wetteth over his wife, her mother, hath wrought great sin. He shall be burnt quick with them, and so great unlawful doing shall not dwell in the midst of you. He that doeth lechery with a great beast, or with a little, die he by death. Also slay ye the beast. A woman that lieth under any beast, be she slain together with it, their blood be on them. He that taketh his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and seeth her filth, and she seeth the shame of her brother, they have wrought an unlawful thing. Both shall be slain in the sight of their people, for they showed together their filth, and they shall bear together their wickedness. If a man doeth fleshly knowing with a woman in the flowing of blood of the month, and showeth her filth, and she openeth the well of her blood, both they shall be slain from the midst of their people. Thou shalt not discover the filth of thy mother's sister, and of thy father's sister. He that doeth this shall make naked the shame of his flesh, and both they shall bear their wickedness. He that doeth fleshly knowing with the wife of his father, he that doeth fleshly knowing with the wife of his father's brother, either of his mother's brother, and showeth the filthhood of his kin, both they shall bear their sin. They shall die without free children. He that weddeth his brother's wife doeth an unlawful thing. He showed his brother's filth. He shall be without free children. Keep ye my laws and my dooms, and do ye those, lest the land into which ye shall enter and dwell in cast out vilely also you. Do not ye go in the lawful things, that is, worshipping in the manner of living of them, of the nations, which I shall cast out before you. For they did all these things, and I had abomination of them. Forsooth I spake to you, wield ye their land, that I shall give to you into heritage, that land flowing with milk and honey. I am your Lord God, that parted you from other peoples. Therefore also ye part a clean beast from an unclean, and a clean bird from an unclean, lest ye defile your souls in beasts, and in birds, and in all things that be moved in earth, and which things I showed to you to be defiled. Ye shall be holy to me, for I the Lord am holy, and I separated you from other peoples, that ye shall be mine. A man, either a woman, in which is an unclean spirit, speaking in the womb, either a spirit of false divining, die they by death. Men shall oppress them with stones, their blood be on them.